Let's move on to topic number 4. And I just want to move on to topic number 4 anyway, because it's Monaco race weekend for F1. And we're back to really one of the most historic tracks on the F1 calendar, going back to honestly the first year that F1 was in as a sport and in as a motorsport. They were racing around this great track at Monaco. And the crazy part is the track has not changed much. It hasn't changed much at all. So it's such a historic track and in such a beautiful country, in such a beautiful setting. Everybody can't wait for Monaco, and I know I can't wait. And yeah, let's get after it. Monaco race weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned before that Monaco is not necessarily the best actual track itself, but the scenery is unbelievable. I mean, we've talked about before how in F1, just the different cities and towns that the F1 circuit travels to throughout the season. Monaco's like one of those at the top of the list, you know. And there's some players that live in Monaco, and it's for good reason. The place is beautiful. So, you know, that's one of those signature places where you look throughout the schedule and you say, okay, where's Monaco? Because that's the one that you're looking forward to, you know. And just the scenery and everything is amazing. And this is one of those big events that everybody in F1 is geared up to get to. And it seems like you win Monaco, it kind of puts you in a, no pun intended, but it's puts you in the driver's seat for the rest of the season, where, you know, you win at Monaco and it just seems to springboard drivers throughout the rest of the year. You know, it probably helps the team too, that you go to this iconic place and you end up winning there. So I think whoever wins at Monaco this season, that's really going to help them. You know, if it's Lewis Hamilton, he doesn't need any help. But anybody else, if anybody else wins this race at Monaco, I think that's really going to help them throughout the rest of the year.
Man, I was just in awe because producer Ben was showing Senna going around Monaco in 1992, and now we're watching Nigel Mansell. And this is his frenzy at Silverstone when he won. But yeah, I mean, Monaco is such a historic track. So if producer Ben, go back to Senna going around it, the clip you had before with Senna going around the track, the old school track. And like I said, it hasn't changed much. And like you said, and I did bring it up in an earlier show, the one thing to question is it's so hard to overtake here. And here's the footage again. It's so hard to overtake here. You have to be perfect when you try and overtake here. And a lot of times it's risky for you and the other car. So it's really one of those things because it's a street circuit. And this is one of the well, I should say one of the only ones, but one of the only ones currently on the calendar that is a current active street circuit. So when they're not racing on it, normal cars are driving around it. And like you said, a lot of the drivers, they live in Monaco themselves, so they are quite frequently walking around this track or driving their own car around this track. So they've got a ton of experience around it. So you're going to see a great race no matter what. But I'm telling you, it is so hard to overtake here. So qualifying is really the big thing. Track position is really the big thing. If you have track position here, it really puts you in the driver's seat to go ahead and win the championship. And this is one of those things where we're going to talk about the PGA Championship later in this show, but this is as big as the PGA Championship. This is like winning a major. If you win Monaco, it's like winning a major. This is something that can drive your career going forward and something that you can have on the mantle forever and, you know, look back on, because not many people win at Monaco. And like you said, this is really one of the most beautiful tracks that we're going to go to. It's got the marina where right now he's going around the marina section. And then there's a pool section as well where they added the pool in right about now. There's the new pool section. But yeah, it's amazing seeing all the yachts. And a quick funny story, Kimi Räikkönen, who is actually still on the grid right now, okay? One year he crashed out in the race, and instead of going back to the paddock, he went to his yacht. He went straight to his yacht, had his racing suit on, his racing helmet. Oh my God, one of the best moments in F1 history, and definitely one of the best moments in Monaco history. But if I'm going to have to pick a winner, watch out for obviously the two that have been battling all season, Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. But I give the nod to Max Verstappen around this track because Red Bull is built for high downforce tracks. So it's always amazing around Monaco. But I don't know. It's one of those things where never count out Lewis Hamilton. He might pull out an amazing lap that Max Verstappen might not be able to top.
Yeah, Verstappen, I think, is a good pick just because he has no fear. You know, he's going to try to overtake guys. You mentioned it's tough to overtake, and I was actually going to say after you mentioned it, which is a great point, qualifying is going to be huge. You know, if you struggle in qualifying, you're just going to have no shot at getting to the podium in this one. So that'll be interesting. So it's not just the race day itself, but qualifying is going to be a huge day at Monaco, as it always is. So that's going to be a lot of fun to pay attention to this upcoming weekend.